Before we get into the episode, I am thrilled to announce that the EntreMD Business School is open for enrollment. The EntreMD Business School is the only school of its kind for physicians who want to build 6, 7, and multiple 7-figure businesses. Over the last 2 years, we have had hundreds of doctors go through the school with unbelievable results. Some of them run brands, some of them run private practices, some of them are coaches, some have other kinds of service-based businesses or product-based businesses. And we've had people come in and cross the 6-figure milestone, cross the 7-figure milestone, cross the multiple 7-figure milestone. You will be in a place where you'll get the coaching, the community, the accountability that you need to thrive as an entrepreneur, especially in the times that we're in. So maybe you've been following me for a while. Maybe you've been getting so much out of the EntreMD podcast and you've been wondering, how can I work with Dr. Una and the community more? Well, this is your chance. Come join us in the EntreMD Business School. It is application only. So go to entremd.com/business to turn in your application. I cannot tell you how many doctors have made statements like this. I recovered my investment in the first week. I recovered my investment in my bank account in the first 90 days. This is the best investment I've made in myself ever. I want you to have that kind of story, not just a story of building a great business that serves a lot and earns a lot, but having a business that gives you the freedom to live life on your terms. So don't wait any longer. entremd.com/business. And now for the episode. Hi, docs. Welcome to the EntreMD podcast, where it's all about helping amazing physicians just like you embrace entrepreneurship so you can have the freedom to live life and practice medicine on your terms. I'm your host, Dr. Una. Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of the EntreMD podcast. Today, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of my thoughts and some things that happen in my business and in my world. And I think this is going to really help you 10x your business, 10x the way you show up. And it's going to make a huge, huge difference. So I want you to lean in on this. And this is really about you owning your business now, whatever stage it's at. You may be at that point where you're doing 6 figures a year or you hit 7 figures a year, but the time to go all in on your business though is right now. Okay. And so in the EntreMD Business School, we have a private community, a private Facebook group. And big shout out to her, Dr. Catherine Toomer. She posted a picture from 2 years ago. Well, at this point, almost 3 years ago. Okay. So almost 3 years ago. And there's a picture of her and another doctor, Dr. Barbara Joy, who's been on the podcast. She's talked about networking. She is a private practice doc in Georgia. And she put a picture of both of them. And she was like, wow, my earliest EntreMD memories or, something like that. And I looked at it, I was like, that is amazing. So I commented below the picture and said, oh my goodness, right? Like, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is from so long ago. And you guys are friends there and you're in EBS now and all that stuff. And so she was like, this was pre-EBS, right? I was like, yeah, this was before EBS, before the EntreMD Business School. At that time, I had a program called the Freedom Formula Masterclass, which was a 12-week program, which I stopped because, 12 weeks is great. They got phenomenal results. But I know that those results are just a stepping stone of greater things. And so to tell somebody after 12 weeks, yeah, that was fun, continue if you want, I thought it was such a disservice. So that's why I'm a big fan of the 1-year model, right? And so, I was like, yeah, that was pre-EBS. And so when I said that, I was like, but that's been EBS all along. So see where they were when they took that picture was an event I hosted called the 6-Figure Bootcamp. Okay. So it was a 6-figure boot camp and we did, how to set your vision for the year, because this was in October. You guys know I start my year in October. How to set your vision for the year. We actually did vision boards. We had a vision board station that were like, what you need to do monthly, weekly, daily, so that you can actually accomplish these goals. And coming to think of it, there are many people who till this day send me things like, oh my goodness, this was on my vision board. It's happened. It's so wild. It's so wild when I think about it. But anyway, so I was like, but if you think about it, that was a one-day event. It was about 5 hours. I used a co-working space. I used Rome. It was really cool. Great food. We had a great time. But 2 years after that, right, I had my first in-person vision retreat that was for the students in the EntreMD Business School. We had it at Hilton Head Island, which made me happy because we're by the water. And it was a 3-day event, and it was phenomenal. We're talking laser coaching, sharing wins, working sessions, small group masterminds, award dinners, lots of tears. When I say tears, happy tears, I mean the microphone was renamed and called a cryophone. Okay, that's how much, and it was lots of aha moments. It was unbelievable. But the event that I hosted that Dr. Tuma was a part of, that event was the seed of this big event. And so everything I'm doing now, I've been doing. I'm just doing it on a different scale and with greater clarity and getting bigger results, right? But what I started with was the seed of it. And so if I didn't show up for the seed, I will not have what I have now. Okay. It was just, it's a concept that I understand. It's a concept that I've looked at many times. It's a concept I've talked about before, but it just hit me again that we're always working on the thing. You know how sometimes we dabble in business because we're like, I don't know if this is the real thing I'm supposed to be doing right? But the thing is, you're always working on the thing. So for instance, my first business was a private practice, right? Before EntreMD. And the ability to lead a team, growing so that I could lead a team, right? Growing so I can manage a 7-figure business, growing so that I could deal with the pain that comes with entrepreneurship, growing so I can navigate through chaos and crisis and all of those things. Those are things that are still mine and I still use. The credibility I built as I built my practice is what I still use. It's all a continuum. It's not separate. You're not going to start working on the thing. You're already working on the thing now, right? And so if you realize that what is in your hand right now is the thing, then we can stop dabbling. We can stop doing half measures. We can stop postponing showing up and being all in. We can stop all that and we can go all in on the thing, even though the thing we have in our hand right now doesn't look like it's big, but we can go all in knowing that that is the seed of anything that big that I think I'm going to create. For instance, let me take this all the way back. If you are working a job as a physician, that is your thing. Please understand me. That is your thing. Your ability to navigate chaos there, your ability to rise as a leader, because you don't need permission. You don't need a title to be a leader. A leader means someone who has influence, right? You can develop leadership skills there. You can develop an incredible work ethic there. You can develop the ability to use this word no there. You can learn to set boundaries there. You can learn to negotiate there. That thing in your hand, the thing in your hand right now is the thing. Because you learn all those things. Guess what you're going to need in your own business if you go on to start a business? The same things. Maybe you don't use that, but maybe you rise in leadership. Maybe some big opportunity comes your way. You'll be ready because you went all in on the thing. So I want you to think very carefully about what is in your hand right now. What you have in your hand, no matter how big or small, is the seed to your next level, is the seed to what you're going to be talking about a decade from now. So what is our job? Our job is to go all in on the thing. We need to stop waiting for quote unquote the thing and start with what we have in front of us, what we have in our hands right now, because that is the thing. If I didn't go all in on EntreMD when it was quote unquote nothing, we would not have the EntreMD we have now. If I did not go all in on this podcast when I started it in my basement with the earphones that came with my iPhone and recording on my iPhone, we will not have a podcast that has over 285,000 downloads, has been downloaded in over 130 countries. We will not have the EntreMD movement. The thing you have in your hand right now is the thing. Stop waiting for the thing. You already have it. Okay? Now, so what does that mean? If I'm not going to dabble, what does that really mean? Well, number one, it means you're going to go all in on promoting your business. All in on promoting your business. Doesn't matter how big or small. Big shout out again. I work with my EntreMD business school students. I love them. It's just amazing. Dr. Arinola Dada is a rheumatologist in the greater Seattle area, and she has a very successful practice, has been successful, is growing by leaps and bounds. And then she makes this statement. She says, I am building the center of excellence for rheumatology in the greater Seattle area. And then she starts promoting it that way. She starts, positioning herself as a gout expert and all of those things. That is somebody who is running a wildly successful rheumatology practice. Okay. All in on promoting your business. You show up and you promote it. You show up and you dominate. You dominate the marketplace, your industry, and let them know I'm here. This is who I am, right? This is not the time to say, oh, I don't do video, or I don't do social media, or, oh, I'm scared of putting myself out there. If those are things that you need to work through, there are tons of episodes where we work on that. If you're like, I just need to be in a community of people who are doing that, come and join us in the EntreMD Business School. But it's time to go all in on promoting your business. All in. Okay? All in. Show up, own the space, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is go all in on making offers. Okay? Go all in asking people to come work with you. Okay? And again, that may be something that maybe you haven't learned the system of doing that, but this is the time, right? Because what you have in your hand is the thing. If you don't promote it, it doesn't grow. If you don't make offers, people don't come to work with you. They don't come to work with you. You're like, come work with me. You're a coach, come work with me. You're a private practice, come work with me. You have some other service-based business or product, come work with me, right? You have a nonprofit like our amazing Dr. Chanel Wilson, who is the founder of Urology Unbound. And then you may not say, come work. You say, come work with me. You say, come be a part of my nonprofit, come sponsor my nonprofit, like all of that. But all in on making offers. All in. Because the greatest way you serve your clients is by working with them, right? By working with them. Unbelievable service that the people in the EntreMD Business School get, because they get to be with me every week. They get to be with me on Facebook every day and all of these kind of things, right? You make people offers. Why? One is that's how they come to work with you. Two, that's how you get big results. Like your business is getting people with big results. Number three, it is a skill. And the better you are at it, the better your business will be, the better your next business will be, the better the 10-year version of your business will be. This is a skill. And you do not develop skills by learning. You develop skills by learning and doing, and doing, and doing, and doing. So get the reps in, okay? Third place to go all in is all in on service. Serve your clients, serve your patients at the highest level. Get them big results. Get them transformation, right? Because they are the ones who will go tell everybody else that they should come work with you. But if you do this, I want you to think about your business right now. If you go all in on promoting, you go all in on making offers, you go all in on service, and you continue to do, this is now the new thing you do. I'm sure you can see the snowball effect it will create. I'm sure you can see the massive impact you can have. All in on promotion, all in on making offers, all in on serving. I'm learning to do these things at a bigger and bigger capacity, right? And so we're not dabbling anymore because we're waiting for the thing. No, we're all in. You might be thinking, what if it's the wrong business? That's my point. If it's not the thing, it is the thing that will lead you to the thing. Okay. So I'll give credit. I heard this from Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I was like, that is the best statement I've ever heard. If it's not the thing, it is the thing that will lead you to the thing. So guess what? If you go all in on promotion, all in on making offers, all in on service on a thing that's not the thing, guess what you would have gotten out of it? You have become really good at promoting, really good at making offers, and really good at serving people. So guess what? You're going to take that to your next business. So you're not starting from ground zero. It's a continuum. So what I want you to leave with today is I'm all in on what I have in my hands right now. I'm all in, okay? And I want you to make that commitment, all in on promotion, all in on making offers, all in on service. All in on promotion, all in on making offers, all in on service. All in. I'm all in with what I have in my hand right now. Right now. Right now. Okay? If you're like, I hear you, I need help with this. Okay. Now I'm going to do what I'm telling you to do. I'm going to make you an offer. Come join us in the business school. Come join us in the business school because this is all we do. We work on what we have right now. And, to be honest with you, this is not a slimy sales pitch to manipulate you to do some funny thing, but I want you to hear me. There's a lot of talk in the physician community about being stuck, about burnout, about businesses not working, about not having really just a lot of hopelessness, right? In the EntreMD Business School, we have an alternate reality, okay? And in the EntreMD Business School, you'll see stories of doctors who negotiate with recruiters. Right? Like I work for a locum, I work locums. That's my thing I want to do now. Negotiate and get 4 times what the recruiter initially offered because they know how to show up like a boss, right? We have people who in 2 months, they're like, oh, I recoup my investment in the EntreMD Business School. We have people who are like, I started off as a coach. I did 2K and I hit 148K in 12 months. Now, I'm not telling you to tell you this is a magic bullet and when you come in, that's exactly the way it plays out. But I'm showing you the kind of examples that are there. People who are like, yep, yeah, I came in, my intention was to cross 7 figures and I did it in November, right? With a whole month to spare. Understand what I'm telling you. There's an alternate reality. There are doctors who are doing this. There are doctors who are leaning in and they're getting the results. And you can be in that environment. You can be inspired by them and you can watch them. Because the thing is, I can tell you about this person who went from 2K to 148K. But the people in the business school know the journey. They know the pain. They know the disappointments. They know all the things that happen. And they came out on the other side. We've normalized the challenges of entrepreneurship. Right? And so if you've been dabbling or you've been trying on your own and you're like, I don't have the motivation, I don't have the accountability, whatever, but I'm ready for hypergrowth, then the EntreMD Business School is for you. Okay. So entremd.com/business. Okay. Send in your application and then we'll take it from there. Okay. But this is not the time to roll over. Your entrepreneurial journey is a continuum. You have everything you need right now. You have everything you need. It's now time to work it. Okay. But I want you to think of this. Okay. Whether you join the school or not, I want you to think about this. Always think about this. What could your journey look like? I want you to think 12 months from now. Because I'm talking about a picture. So the whole trigger for this episode was a picture somebody posted from 3.5 years ago. Well, 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. But what could your life look like in 2 years? At that point, when she posted that picture, my goodness, with all the marketing in the world for an open event, I had about 45 people at that event, about 45. But now I did EntreMD Live this year and I had 1,038 people register. That's the difference 2.5 years can make. At that point, that business that year I think we crossed 6 figures that year. And then last year, we crossed 7 figures. And I'm not saying this to say those are going to be your numbers. I'm just trying to show you the difference that a year, 2 years can have, 3 years could have. But your job is to go all in, like not wait, go all in on what you have right now. Imagine what that could look like. The truth of the matter is you can't imagine. I mean, you're going to imagine some things, but chances are it's going to be so much more amazing than what you think. Because I could not have dreamed up what's happening now. I had dreams, but not these ones. So that's my challenge for you, all in. Okay. And what I want you to do with this episode, right? Once you're done and all of that, I want you to take a screenshot of this episode and I want you to make your commitment. I'm all in. I'm all in on my dreams. I'm all in on my business. I'm all in. You can tag me. I'll shout you out. Okay. So #OnTrainMD. I'll shout you out happily. All right. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Go share this on social media. If you've been thinking about the business school, you just know I need that community where I'll have the accountability, I have the coaching and all this stuff. Apply ontrainmd.com/business. And we would love to welcome you to the business school. Okay. All right. So share this and I'll see you on the next episode of the OnTrainMD podcast. Hey, if you love listening to the OnTrainMD podcast, I want to invite you to join OnTrainMD On Demand. It is my signature subscription program that gives you access to a library of business courses designed to help you do one thing as a physician entrepreneur, and that is to thrive. Just head out to ontrainmd.com/on-demand, and I'd love to have you join us. See you on the inside.